You can use any kind of pillow to lay back on, or you could even just roll up some blankets to lean back on. We will begin in Supta Baddha Konasan. So taking a pillow or a blanket rolled up behind you, bring the soles of the feet together in a butterfly shape and prop your knees up. You can use, like I said, books, sodas, or a rolled up blanket here as well. And it might feel good to place a second blanket behind you to support the head. With the soles of the feet together, lean back on your props and just feel the body for a moment. Feel free to make any adjustments you need to make, remembering that this is your practice. And then bring your awareness to your breath and take this moment before we really get into it to check in with yourself. Notice the quality of the breath. If the chest feels tight or open. If the breath is short or long. If the inhales or the exhales bear more weight. And then we'll take a moment to intentionally deepen the breath. Bring your awareness to your diaphragm. And as you inhale deeply, feel the diaphragm expand down. As you exhale completely, allow yourself to sink into the support of the props and the ground beneath you, and be held and supported by this practice. Do a quick scan through the physical body. Notice any areas of tension, soreness, general discomfort. And as you inhale, breathe deeply into those places. Gently open and expand with the in-breath. And allow tension to leave the body with the breath as you exhale. Lastly, observe your mind. Notice where your thoughts are at. Notice the speed at which they move through you. Take a big step back from identifying as the thoughts and witness their passing. through the mind like clouds through the sky, without getting attached or carried away, without judging yourself for what you're thinking about, but beginning to notice the habits and patterns in the way the mind turns. And then bring the awareness back and anchor it fully on your breath. Continue with those deep, long breaths down into the bottoms of the feet and the tips of the toes. And exhale, softening into the support of the ground beneath you. We'll stay here for a few minutes. Return your awareness to your breath and have a few more deep, long breaths here in this shape. And if at any point throughout the practice you find a sweet spot where you're just totally relaxed and blissed out, remember this is your practice. You are welcome to stay there in that shape for as long as you would like. If you are ready to shift shapes, you can bring your hands to the outer thighs. And with an inhale, draw the legs together, ground the feet. It might feel good to place the palms of the hands on the thigh bones in the hip crease and press the thigh bones away from you as you draw the heart and the crown of the head in the opposite direction, lengthening the lower back. It might feel good to sway the legs from side to side a little bit. Remembering to listen to your body and move in any way that feels good to you as we transition between shapes. When you are ready, you can inhale and stretch the arms up and overhead. And with an exhale, roll onto the right side body. Coming off your props, pausing for a moment in this fetal position. Remembering to move slowly as we transition. When you are ready, press down with the palms to lift yourself up. And we're preparing for the next shape. We're going to do a side laying shape with the option to come into a twist if that feels good to you. So bring the right hip to the floor. Extend that right leg out along the mat and draw your pillow or rolled up blanket in close to the body, draping the left leg over that pillow and extending the right arm overhead. You can place another pillow or blanket on that arm to provide some support for the neck. We want to keep the spine in one long line of alignment. And we want to stack the hips on top of each other so that the bones are supporting us. You're welcome to stay right here or to stretch the left arm open behind you for a gentle twist. You might need another blanket or pillow under that left shoulder for some support. You might realize that the twist is too intense and you'd rather not twist today in this moment. We want to remember that this practice is about the release that can take place when the body is supported. So we want to be comfortable. We want to be honoring the edge of the shape, not stretching or pushing anything too far. And then return your awareness to the breath. remembering to make adjustments if anything doesn't feel right, and to use the breath to go into those places that feel tight and sore and stuck, gently creating space as you inhale, inviting fresh blood and oxygen to flow through, and softening more deeply into this process of letting go as you exhale. Return your awareness to your breath and have a few more deep, long breaths here. When you are ready, with an exhale, roll onto the back body. And maybe draw that left knee into the chest for a moment. Extending the right leg out along the mat. Pressing out through the right heel. It may feel good to sway that left knee from side to side. And then draw both knees into the chest. Rock gently from side to side. Massage the lower back. When you are ready, you can take that pillow or blanket or bolster, or block, whatever you're using, from the right to the left side body. Roll over onto the left hip. Drape the right leg over that pillow, stacking the hips so the bones can support you. Extending the left arm out along the mat. Placing a blanket or a pillow over the arm to support the head. Keep the neck in line with the spine. You could even take your hand and press the right thigh bone away from the crown of the head. So no crunching in the lower back on the right side here. If you did so on the other side, you might want to open the right arm up for a twist. Trying to take the same shape on both sides to cultivate that balance in the body. If the shoulder is lifted up away from the ground when you twist open, place some blankets, pillows, something under it for support. Remembering that when the body is supported, it can actually release and let go on deeper and deeper and more subtle layers and levels. This practice helps us to release the burdens we've been carrying and make space for new energy, new ideas, and new opportunities to move through the body and into our lives. Return your awareness to the breath. We'll stay here for a few more minutes. return the awareness to the breath. Have a few more deep, long breaths down into the bottoms of the feet and the tips of the toes, and back into the support of the ground beneath you. With an exhale, you can roll onto your back. Maybe you want to draw that right knee into the chest. Nope, the left knee. Nope, the right knee. Sorry. And extend the left leg out along the mat, pressing through the heel to stretch the hip flexor and the lower back. Might feel good to sway the knee or make circles with the knee for a moment. And then draw both knees into the chest. Again, rock from side to side. Massage the lower back. And when you are ready, with an exhale, roll onto the right side body. Pausing, moving slowly. When you are ready, press down with the palms to lift up. And we'll get ready for our final pose of the practice. A supported Shavasana. So my favorite way to do this pose is with the legs up on the chair. And the calves are on the chair. You want to make sure that the chair isn't too high for you. So you want to make sure that the calves and the heels can rest firmly down on the chair. If they're lifted up, you might have to lift the hips and place a blanket or something under your sacrum. You can be flat on the ground with the rest of the body here, or maybe place a blanket under the head. Particularly if the chin is jutting up above the forehead, we always want to place a blanket under the head. We want the forehead just slightly above the chin, which allows the body to move from fight or flight mode, the chin jutting forward, into that rest or digest mode. If you don't have a chair handy, you could always put your legs up the wall. You could put them up on the couch or an ottoman, or even just on a pillow or a rolled up blanket. It also sometimes feels good to roll up a blanket and place it along the spine, between the shoulder blades, supporting the back of the head for a bit more of a heart-opening shape. The main thing is that you want to be comfortable, supported, and held. And then bring that awareness back to the breath. And allow the breath to fill your body from the inside out like a balloon. As you exhale completely, any residual tension, anxiety, criticalness leaves the body with the breath, through the fingertips. So this practice helps to clear us out. We release the habits and patterns that aren't serving us, the things that we've been clinging to in both the mind and the body. We become lighter and lighter, more and more spacious, more and more able to be present, to respond with spontaneity and creativity to whatever obstacles appear in the road before us. Return to your breath. take this moment to savor any quiet, peace, or calm that has come into the body or mind through your practice today. And begin to intentionally deepen your inhales, the aspect of the breath that enlivens and invigorates. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Gently sway the head from side to side. With an inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. Give yourself a big stretch from fingertips to tippy toes. Exhale here. Inhale, draw the knees into the chest. And exhale, roll to the right side body. Pause for a moment. Gather your bearings as we transition from the meditative rest of Shavasana back into everyday life. When you are ready, press down with the palms to lift up and come to a comfortable seated position. Keep your eyes closed for just another moment and check back in. Notice the quality of the breath after your practice. Notice where in the body you're still holding tension and where some things may have shifted. Observe the speed of the thoughts through the mind in this moment. And then bring the awareness back and anchor it fully on the breath. We will seal our collective efforts with a big breath together. As you inhale through the nose, lift and stretch the arms up. And exhale through the mouth with sound, release down. Bring the hands to the heart and bow the head in gratitude for the tools of this practice that remind us to honor the darkness, the stillness, the moon aspects, as much as the busyness and the work and the getting things done. Thank y'all so much for joining us. It was John, obviously, that was playing guitar throughout the whole thing. And this project is called Hearith Sound. He's also in a band called Space Cadaver, which has some of this like pretty melodic stuff, but also gets a lot heavier. But feel free to look him up on Facebook or Instagram and check it out. They're about to drop a new album in a couple of days. Okay, also feel free to get at me with feedback or anything. This was our first time doing it and we had some technical difficulties at the beginning. But God, it felt really good for me to do restorative. So I think we'll be doing it again soon. Take care, bye.